All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
HunterxHunter,
episode 93.
They are on the way, Meruem and the Royal Guard, to crush a city place.
Yeah, it's some kind of castle,
Yeah.
and it looks to belong to some lord of some kind.
Right.
And this is
probably.
still on the island, it seems.
Right.
But they did make note of it being like an
Far
eastern country or what have you. So NGL's on the west side of the island.
Right.
So they might have crossed the entire island.
And there's a definite possibility.
Yeah. Some of the things we just need to bring up. Meruem is terrifying.
Yes.
He is terrifying in that he seems to be acting kind of like a petulant, moody teenager
He
right
seems
now.
like basically he has something to prove.
Right. He's not fully developed as a character yet. And yet he has a really weird chip on his shoulder. So I guess it's more of his sense of urgency that he needs to be doing, you know, eating and stuff like that.
Right, exactly. We do know that Neferpito is the one that was doing the kite control. It was not actually, like, we got confused because we hadn't seen the Shia LaBeouf guy play his violin before.
Right. So we drew a connotation
that
with the movements of the thing.
Right, that he was
the
controlling it
playing
with the music as opposed to it just being pretty background music.
Right, so there's some kind of reanimation aspect of...
Right.
Of Neferpito's Hatsu, which is terrifying because
being a cat girl wasn't enough.
Well, that too, but also there's an unspoken rule in stories that when a villain dies, they're not allowed to come back unless you've like had them fall down like a horribly long pit or something.
Hence,
but what they could be setting up here is an actual world where the king gets killed. And she just brings him back. Yeah. We don't know what the limits of her Hatsu are. I'm sure we'll find out once we encounter Kite in a more direct way. But
because Knuckle and Shoot do seem to be squaring up to fight.
They are squaring up against him, but because there's so many things happening all at once, it seems like they're kind of having each thing go at its own pace.
Yeah.
What was the other thing I was wanting to bring up? Making sure that we talked about all the squad leaders. They're going out to different areas, and a lot of them are leaving the island.
Yeah,
so
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing. Now I'm curious about like what kind of threats they will be, because as far as we've seen, the only real encounter with humans on Chimera ants outside of Neferpito was Rammot. There was no other, like...
Well, humans that could use Nen.
Sorry, Chimera ants that could use Nen.
Right, but yeah.
So the ones that they've been taking, they've been clever to show that the ones that Netero and his squad have been dispatching are basically the equivalent of cannon fodder.
Yeah,
like, they are probably strong, but there were no named squad leaders of import in their ranks.
Right.
The queen is dead.
Hitting the herd. The queen is dead.
Yeah, we had that great scene
with Colt. Yep.
So I wonder if Colt will maybe help some of the humans track down squad leaders. If he'll use that in exchange for asylum, potentially. I would see that being a really cool thing to do. But yeah, this is a cool discussion and stuff, guys. But we got a crazy episode to get into. So without further ado, let's do this. All right, guys, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
Bagpipes. I like it.
He just walks up there.
Oh, more cat girls. Wonderful. I think you might get another cat girl soon, and she might have a different kind of disposition. Oh, their whole like upper torsos are just gone.
Well,
not just
I
the
think
head.
the force of their strikes is enough to pulverize anything that they have. Is this guy supposed to be
someone in particular?
Someone in real life?
I don't think so. Because when the manga came out, it would have been so long ago.
But but you never know, Jacob. Oh, this opening is crazy.
Yeah, like
there's so many things to unpack in it that
yeah,
I want to analyze it, but like I feel like there's so many more things to analyze and focus my energy on in the show that are more literal, you know?
Sure.
Try again. I think that you just go away.
Yeah.
Whoa! I never noticed that before.
I didn't either.
Dang. Those are all the squad leaders. Cool. See? Yeah. Oh. And the king stands atop the world.
He stands proud.
Yeah. He stands proud, yes.
Eyes.
Oh. Rolling up to the club.
Yeah. Oh, a surprise attack.
An actual Nen user, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, food.
It'll be tasty.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
That easy. It was that easy.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh. Okay.
I'm loving the voice acting. It's so...
Right, because that's, it's Tsukishima, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, wonderful. They made a scaling villain.
Well, I think that's all of them, but particularly him because he's the pinnacle of their phagogenesis. Huh?
They're dead.
Supreme leader.
King among kings? Sorry, I don't see any gold-plated armor on you.
It is a common phenomenon. Yes. Humans without intelligence or talents. Oh. Wow. This has to be a person in real life, doesn't it? Like a representation.
I would not be surprised at all. Proper guidance. That is true.
Yeah. Cleaning
Shakes
it off.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh. I like comparing them to livestock, though, rather than comparing them to ants. Yeah, you got the joke there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's usually where the...
Right.
Ha! Wow. Okay. Dang.
All right.
So he's establishing territory and everything.
They're returning to Palm.
And her dark aura is just like... It is kind of intimidating, though, because she could be really, really threatening.
Yep. Well, there's also the question of why did they return to Palm? And it's be like, you know what?
They said they would, I think. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and she made a bunch of them.
What the heck is wrong with her?
Yeah, coming back was a great idea. Could have literally gone anywhere else, right?
They did. Gon did, at least.
I bought 1,000 needles at the local market. Die. Yay, child prostitution. Sounds like if I must. It's true.
Killua's the only sensible person in this room. It's just how it's always been for the guy.
I mean, to be fair, though, she just said go on a date, so basically it could just be like, basically, eat dinner with her and then leave and never see her again.
Yep. Yeah.
Then Killua's like, today doesn't really work.
Right, priorities. Gon's spinning this around.
Right. Yeah.
He didn't say when, though.
Or what we do.
Right.
Well, see, because Gon is only 12, so he needs a chauffeur.
Right. Killua's like, what? He's like actually taking this seriously.
Yeah.
And using that as his defense, essentially. That's
right.
Brilliant. Killua's just like, I have no idea what I'm seeing.
He's either a genius or he's
crazy.
Crazy. And he no-shows. Oh, right, yeah, because they can't use Nen right now, so they have to do regular training.
Huh? Gotcha. He's like, oh, that makes sense. Teach him things? I know. We are all looking at those words.
Like younger men. He's, what, 12?
Huh. Huh. Yeah.
But apparently it will in a month.
No, Killua. Killua.
How did she get his number?
It's my Nen ability. Stalker.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. Whoa.
Killua's gonna be like, what?
Oh, dang.
Cool. That's right, and they're still close to the island.
Right.
Or to NGL, I guess. They're on the island.
Oh, buddy.
Kite isn't exactly the kind of person or in the kind of state you want to leave him with.
Yeah. Wait, what? That's Chitu, yeah.
Yeah. Just strolling around. There were always cat girls, but now we have cat boys.
Ah! That's just like what people nowadays would do. They'd be like, "Whoa, so cool! Take pictures," and
then he's like, and then he eats you. Yeah. Yep.
The music's ominous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, protect him for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's thinking about that, right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
True.
Right. But will that also make it so that they can't sense him as an end user? That's the real question.
That means that they might not target to eat him, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But just a regular little derpy 8-legged animal, not a chimera ant.
Right.
Oh, crap. The city's already on alert, probably because of Chitu.
So watch. The date between Palm and Gon is going to be just
killing a chimera ant, or
probably,
like hunting
or
a
something
chimera
like
ant?
that.
Oh.
One, two. Yeah.
Wow. That's ridiculous. Whoa!
Oh, okay. That's nasty.
Holy crap.
Okay.
My fingers. Measuring the speed, you know.
Uh-huh.
just thinking about safety and stuff. Okay. So I wonder if the Hunter Association will, send people out all over the world to find the dispersed Chimera ants.
Possibly. Right.
So who's the stalker now?
Exactly, yeah. Well,
oh my gosh. She cleaned up.
Wait. She looks actually like a semi-functional human being.
Yeah.
This is her Hatsu.
No. No, I think that's just how dysfunctional she was.
Right.
She was letting herself go, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in some ways this is what she's kind of wanted with Nav, is that she's lonely and her character is the exaggerated expression of loneliness, you know, right?
Yeah.
It's psychotic and crazy, yes. Pointing at Killua. That's cool, just going to an aquarium and having a good wholesome time. The Killua. Yeah, you're like the stalker.
No, this is just an assassin-type reconnaissance mission.
Yes, he's training.
Gathering information.
Right.
Scoping the target. Because he might need to assassinate Palm. You never know.
You never know.
Like,
she
might try and pull something.
Well, she is technically a threat to Gon as long as she has Nen, and he doesn't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Where are they going? Oh, of course. Gon's all fun with animals and stuff, so he's like, go check out these little creatures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So Killua's going to do a preemptive strike.
Cool. This wasn't where he met Kite, is it?
Don't think so. I think that would have been very, very far away.
No, you're right. Not even close. That wasn't even on the island.
Yeah.
Duh.
Right.
Accurate. Definitely. Yep. Little picnic.
Right. So you have to assassinate the Chimera ant.
The way they had the sound be not of Killua's movement, but of the environment responding to his movement is just something I've always loved that this show does. Like they take great effort to make sure that Killua's movements themselves are silent. Because if it's... Oh, that looks like Rammot.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Like, oh, yeah, that's totally Rammot. Yep, good call. Right, and he was the one that had a grudge against them specifically.
Right.
Uh-huh. And he knows your Hatsu.
And Rammot might have gotten a little bit stronger since then.
I'd recognize that thong anywhere.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a line.
Didn't expect him to have Nen at this level.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you do.
Yeah, we're gonna end the episode before they actually fight, aren't they?
Of course they are. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Test number 2.
Yep. Can't run away now.
Okay.
Okay. It was cool bringing Rammot into this bit here because Rammot's story doesn't mean much of anything, I would say, outside of Gon and Killua.
Right. We would not be interested in seeing him do anything disconnected from them.
It's kind of interesting, though, how they're using the squad leaders to be basically the general threat of the Chimera ants, the public threat, so to speak, for the world. Because we didn't really care much about Cheetu or, the squad leaders.
Yep.
Colt was, something special and stuff. But we mostly liked them because it's like, oh, this one has that kind of quirky aspect to their character. This one has this quirky aspect.
And having Netero and Morel and Nav clear out all the grunts, basically, is kind of a clever story way to say, oh yeah, we're not going to have nondescript Chimera ants anymore, really.
Right. They're all going to have some kind of name, personality, and story relevance beyond just like a cameo.
Exactly. Yep.
So the designs are some we're going to have to get familiar with.
Right.
And all that. Yeah. I hope these boys stay together forever. I just love the brotherhood aspect of it all.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So the
Meruem and his royal guard have established a meat plantation of sorts.
Yes, that was wow, what a choice of words.
Yeah. So this is like Meruem's about to play an RTS.
Right, exactly. He's like, this is the first town center, and from here,
we have to always have a good supply of food.
Exactly, yeah, because we need to keep building those villagers.
Fed.
And,
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah, the way that he dispatched them dispassionately.
Yeah, like not even showing him do the motion.
Right, but once the Nen user showed up, he got excited, and his eyes had those little tendrils on them. He got a little bit. He got a little bit crazy, a little bit crazed up.
Right.
So the question is Meruem the kind of character that you suspect to be basically just a power ceiling without much depth, and the depth is going to be more in the Royal Guard and how they kind of react to the king making their moves and stuff?
Possibly.
Or do you think, like, as he grows stronger with the Phaedrogenesis side of things, that, like, he might change because he's imbibing more humans?
Well, I don't know. It seems, because, okay, the way they've set him up so far, like, how we were talking about how, like, okay, we think he's going to be either an enhancer or a specialist.
Yes.
This is one of those things where everything he's doing still seems very simple, but the idea of consuming and accruing and all that stuff is a very even though it's simple, it's
you realize that's his
big scope.
That's a Chimera ant thing. That's not a Nen thing.
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's a Chimera ant thing. That's something that all the Chimera ants had as a possibility.
Right.
I think the main thing is that because he's the king, he might have some traits that are maybe in terms of magnitude of effectiveness, they're larger for him than they would be for a grunt soldier. Right. So I would say that we're still kind of in the nowhere, like
we don't really know one way or the other about him much yet. Yeah. Like the whole thing of eating the person and getting stronger, right? That could be a thing that is like maybe he is a specialist and that's a specialist thing, but it could also just as easily be a thing that any Chimera ant could do, and we just haven't seen a normal Chimera ant eat a Nen user before.
We have seen them get excited about the idea of eating one.
Right.
The reason why is because it is like more sustaining. The same process of the way that human beings break down the proteins in meat to add the muscle to add to the already broken down muscle in their own bodies. It's the same thing, but in the fantasy sense with the phagogenesis, and then it increases their net ability, power levels as well. Yeah. So I'm gonna go out there and say there's no way that they would choose something so basic and boring for a net ability. No, that is his trait as a Chimera ant, and as the king, maybe in particular, that there's a very real possibility that the reason why the royal guard aren't shown eating them is just because they offer it all to the king. There's nothing that there's nothing that they should imbibe that the king shouldn't have first pick of.
Right.
And my guess is that the king will just consume all of it.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for him to share.
Yep.
There wasn't really much beyond that with Meruem. It was basically him getting a taste and just being like,
and starting to make plans. Yeah.
This is good. That's a good point. He is starting to tell us a little bit more about his plans. But
more than just eating.
As far as it being a plantation for human sustainable farming techniques, that's a little bit disturbing. It's also a little bit disturbing in that I don't want to go there necessarily, but they didn't kill the cat girls, and they want sustainable farming techniques.
Or at the very least, they didn't show them killing the cat girls. I thought
they didn't show them killing only the cat girls.
Right. No, I know.
So if you want sustainable practices, you have to feed your food.
Well, and also they've established that the king is supposed to birth a new queen, was it, or however it was supposed to work?
No,
but
to mate with
that's right.
members of other species.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
So okay. Oh, so not only was the king building a plantation, he's also like, okay, I need a harem.
No, he needs just concubines. He needs basically baby makers.
Right. That's
Well, yes. Well,
that's what harems used to be.
That's what harems used to be known as. Before anime. So yes, he needs a literal harem.
Yeah.
So this is gonna get pretty dark. It's one of the things of where
he's gonna Genghis Khan the world, basically.
Yes, basically. There's this idea that Genghis Khan, just to bring him up, his seed, so to speak, is spread so far and wide across the Earth's population. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Now, here's another thing that's an interesting bit to bring up. If Meruem does, at the very least, begin making children, so to speak, where will they fit into the food chain of Chimera ants?
Yep, that is an excellent question, because if you think about it, if Chimera ants want special humans, like Nen users and all that stuff, right? Mate with another species to produce better offspring, right? You would think that a Chimera ant, like say Meruem, reproducing with say Neferpito, would produce stronger offspring than reproducing with say just a basic normal human.
Yeah, right? But they don't reproduce with their own, I think. Because they have eggs for that.
Right. Yeah.
So what I think it's more of that.
So it's just
it's kind of like how
converting the form.
Well, yes, but it's kind of like how. What's a good way to describe it? I don't want to talk about something I don't actually have any information on, but with bees in particular, you will have the queen bee, and she is a female. All the worker bees are females. Also, I don't know if you knew this, but the male bees are all literally there just to service the queen. So in this aspect here, when I say service as well. Yeah. So basically, the Royal Guard are providing drones for the king so that he might be serviced. So it's the flip side of that, in that the drones in this case have to be members of a different species, because I don't think the Chimera ants like.
Because if we treat the Chimera ants almost more like a virus, right?
Right.
Then the idea is that if Meruem procreates with a human, then it'll basically like
start a human
Chimera
strain.
ant just strain that just and it just takes them over more than splitting halvesies with the human.
Right. So I'm wondering, in food chain order, does the Royal Guard still outclass a human Chimera ant born hybrid,
or would that hybrid just be different,
right,
and say be able to reproduce on their own with all the reproductive abilities of the humans while still being Chimera?
Who knows?
Like
that's actually the exciting
they have copied
thing.
that already, and
there's a very common thread in sci-fi where you have the two species that are essentially either warring against each other or they are at odds with each other, and one member of each species comes together and they form the union that
they fall in love.
No. I'm saying the union that's like forbidden, and basically they make the child that goes from being the forbidden theoretical to the chosen realization,
right?
Chosen, like they're like, oh my gosh.
Right.
This is the first true. This is the future of our two species to live in peace together.
Exactly.
Now, I wonder what if they do this. What will be the Hunter twist?
I have no idea.
Because if they make any human Chimera ant like true hybrids, not talking about like Chimera ants that are born with human traits. I'm talking like
actually
born
from a
human woman bearing
a Chimera ant.
A Chimera ant, exactly. Right. What would that mean? What would that be? That's interesting. Because if this story has a lot of longevity, then we could be seeing the future of this like potential like set of new type of children, Right. And that's like crazy to think about.
If you think about it though, at that point, it's not really much different than human reproduction, because the whole idea is that you split the genomes of each parent, right, and then put them together to form the kid. That seems that doesn't seem that different from simple phagogenesis if all the things that you're dealing with is just what's already there, right? Because the Chimera ants have already taken everything they really need to from humans. The only things that they can take is just more nen, right? If they just consume more nen users. But there's nothing new.
I mean, there might be some emotional things that they're missing.
Possibly, yeah.
I think that on some level, the Chimera ants are operating on a more aggressive set of instincts right now. Now, the thing is, human beings have instincts as well.
Yeah.
Like the drive to reproduce, the drive to eat,
Yeah.
A whole bunch of other things as well, like survival and stuff. But I'm curious if the Chimera ants are actually not as
different,
as intelligent actually as humans, in that the Chimera ants are capable of high level critical thinking and stuff like that. But are Chimera ants able to dream? Are Chimera ants able to?
Are they able to come up with something on their own rather than just stealing from others?
Exactly. Are they able to imagine? Yeah. Are they able to create?
Sure.
So,
and I mean, Neferpito kind of did, with the whole thing of her Hatsu.
That's
and all
true.
That stuff with Kite.
But the whole idea of Hatsu is something that was stolen from humans, and something that had to be taught. Now they are capable of teaching and being taught, so that's a huge, step in their direction for good for the Chimera ants.
I mean, there's no reason to think that they wouldn't be able to, because they've been consuming humans. If that's one of the most fundamental traits of humans is the ability to do that, so you think they would have copied that by now.
Yeah. All right. So next bit we have is Palm.
Palm.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Palm's like actual like character. Like the whole idea of her character is one that I think is creative and wacky and unique and very Hunter in terms of the twist of it and stuff. I do get a little bit annoyed at this kind of repeated theme of having the vaguely older, clearly older person going after the kid in a
the thing that I found the most like not funny but sort of like was how Gon was just like, oh yeah, there were some girls that liked older men.
No, they would say girls that liked younger men.
Oh yeah, sorry, younger men. Yeah, younger men. Right. And Gon is what, 12?
Something like that.
So this is something that happened. Unless Gon was always 12, then this would have also been happening when he was like 10 and 11, and Mito-san was okay with that.
Well, see, the thing I think we're reading too much into it is they chibified the characters and stuff like that. There was nothing sexual about it.
No. I know. But yeah.
But that's the thing, Jacob. You're supposed to laugh at the idea of that. That's not what it's actually doing. What I'm more actually, because that's a past thing. That's an off-screen thing. As far as I'm concerned, it almost doesn't exist.
Oh, gotcha.
This is story relevant. This is
they're spending time on it.
They're actually spending time on this.
Yeah.
And this is one where you're like, okay, we get it. We're not supposed to know her age. It's not really important story-wise. But then you're like, wait a minute. Actually, it might be relevant story-wise because we're like, is she another Hisoka? Because Hisoka is clearly a lot older.
Yes.
Like, Hisoka has moments where you are like, oh, he's not like a 20-something. Like a young 20s.
Oh, the makeup makes it kind of hard to tell.
Well, it makes it hard to tell, but he has moments where he'll talk in such a way that you're like, I'm going to throw out young 30s out there.
Right.
That's my guess for Hisoka.
Although wasn't Chrollo supposed to be like, what, 23 or 27 or something? Or
Chrollo...
Like Chrollo was supposed to be like super young. Like, but, yeah.
Chrollo, the thing with Chrollo is they could be having...
I almost want to say that they said he was 19 at some point, but...
That was probably in the backstory bit that they showed.
Sure.
In the junk town
there we go.
Of thieves and stuff.
So,
with Chrollo, I do think he could be just that young, charismatic, kind of leader and stuff. I do think though Hisoka is still older.
Right. Yeah. And
it's again, it's not relevant story wise.
It's just one of those questions that kind of like comes up, when they spend time on things like this. I do like though how they did the whole joke of like the friend that's stalking the people on the date, except in this case it's Killua, not the other obvious
actual
Baka,
creepy
tsundere,
obsessive girl
right.
who's
He's stalking the creepy obsessive girl and Gon, because of course in this case there's actually like legitimate reasons, like, no, I need to keep him safe, but it's this clever twist, HunterxHunter loves those,
right,
on the stereotypical idea of the tsundere that's following from a distance and being like, well, I don't like him or anything, Babaka, and just making sure that he behaves himself,
Yes.
Yeah.
I really like that because, well, one, I could kind of tell there's a lot of other things going on in the background in Killua's mind, because this whole idea of him stalking him is another way to say that Killua can't stop following Gon. And Killua is being told that he's going to have to stop following Gon. Right. So it's like, in another way, he's also savoring every chance he gets to follow Gon. So there's all these little things going on.
So he's
in there.
probably counting the days that he has left.
Yep, counting the hours. So if he's doing this and stuff, it's not like he's actually like bugged that he has to do it. He actually.
Right.
Yeah, he actually really like.
Yeah,
he really takes it a lot. Yeah, he really takes it seriously and stuff. So when
Rammot shows up,
when Palm shows up and she's actually taking this seriously, you could also feel that other side of Killua, where he's like, it's the best friend thing who's jealous about the idea of someone coming along and stealing away your best friend.
Yep.
They dealt upon it in a very comedic and silly and kind of lighthearted way. But it was there.
It was very much there.
You notice he was saying, like, wait, Gon's... You know,
he's
been on dates before.
And the way they always like showed the close-ups of Gon's face, as if this is Killua watching what he's focusing on, and it's always how Gon's smiling and all that. Yeah. And then of course Rammot shows up, and it's like, okay, this is a great chance for Killua to test himself again on the whole not run away thing.
Yeah, I don't think Killua's gonna have trouble staying there. What I'm more curious about is if the story's going to give Rammot anything that we haven't seen yet before.
Gotcha. Or whether it's just going to be like he shows up and is like, hoorah,
Well, no, remember how Rammot was just barely stunned by Killua's ability.
Before he had Nen?
Well, he had Nen, but he didn't have Hatsu.
No, his Nen wasn't even unlocked then. It got unlocked when Gon punched him.
Oh, that unlocked his pores and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Crap.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this might actually be a stronger opponent then for Killua.
Yeah,
that'd be cool to see him beat him in a creative way, too.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to see a return of the yo-yos. They're like
just
Joseph,
makes you think
Joestar's
clackers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, here's another thing that we brought up a while back in another discussion, is that if Gon's going to have a month of no Nen, Killua will probably get more proficient at Nen than Gon will in that month's time.
Yeah, that was one of the things I was wondering. I was like, okay, I get that when Gon and Killua are both training, Killua is going to train with Gon, so he's going to be training physically alongside Gon. But Killua could be like, okay, well, there's a month, I'm going to have to protect Gon. I better get better at my Nen abilities because I'm going to have to fight for 2,
Well, no, I mean, not meaning just that. I'm meaning that he is going to get experience doing things that Gon won't be doing.
Actual, like, more Nen battles. Because they haven't really had that many, if you think about it.
No, they haven't. So, in that respect, Killua could develop Hatsu techniques on his own, just being like, it would be convenient to have this
specifically against
Chimera ants because or just specifically in general against opponents because he notices that this is his style of fighting.
Right. A great follow-up for after I stun somebody with my lightning is to do
XYZ.
Exactly. Yeah.
That kind of stuff I'm really looking forward to. Killua is my favorite character in the show.
Bisky may try.
As far as the main characters go. Yep. I'm sure there are some side characters that have like specific endearing things that are just really fun for me. Like, but
Kill was just
fantastic. But they're being more overt about how much he wants to stay with Gon forever now, and I'm really glad that they're being overt about that. But when stories shift from the subtle foreshadowing to the overt foreshadowing,
this is what we're talking about. Yeah.
It's basically them making sure that those that were kind of on the surface level paying attention are ready for whatever comes next.
Right.
So I'm bracing myself.
Yeah, I'm
ready. I'm trying to get
exciting
ready.
Stuff is ahead, let's just say.
I think I'm ready, and I am going to prepare myself in believing that I can be ready.
But you are not prepared.
Yeah. I gotta say though, were they the leader guy, the supreme leader?
Okay.
Now I don't want to say anything specific. And this might be just because we had this whole thing recently with North Korea and stuff. But I wonder if... Because that regime and stuff existed back at that point in the manga.
And also the whole thing of, like, the king that is held up as a god, Like I'm going to smite you down with my divine lightning.
Yes, but that's a thing that's not unique. That's not unique. That's a very...
Well, no, not unique, but yeah.
Well, at least in the modern era, that would be more unique. I would say so. But in the past and stuff, many kings believed that they held divine power.
Exactly.
For whatever stupid reason.
And if they weren't sure, then they made themselves pope.
History.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, because the manga for Hunter x Hunter started, would have started way long time ago.
Well, it at least started before 1999.
Right, but by the time it got to this point,
yeah, it had to be a little bit later. And my thought is that it doesn't really matter which point it was, because the whole thing with North Korea has been going for a very long time. So before the manga started. So it's just a question of, was this intentional, or is this supposed to be a all-encompassing kind of collective picture of what the corrupt human idiot king looks like? I think it could be that too.
It totally could be.
I didn't take any references from the structure, architecture of the castle fortress kind of area and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe we're missing something. But hey, guys, you can let us know in the comments or on Discord. And our mods will pass it along to us. But yeah, guys, this is a fun episode. I like that things are getting a Killua focus.
Yes,
I'm terrified to think about what the king's plan is at the meat plantation.
Right. Yeah.
That's disturbing on a whole other level. If it's anywhere near what I had in mind.
We need some economic sabotage. We need some more economic sabotage, because that's basically what Netero and the gang were. We could use a little bit more of that.
Attack, RTS speak, attacking their...
When they set up their town center, you attack the villagers, and you don't try and defeat them.
Wait, so are you saying that Netero and their squad should go in and slaughter all of their wives? Wow, all right, Jacob.
I mean, that would be the most tactical thing.
Hunter x Hunter, get into some dark stuff. If you want to watch the next 2 episodes reactions right now, go check out that link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. All Patreon support comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories or whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.